if it's not switching through slides, you gotta click the screen with the mouse that you're looking at.
Go want the play, you mean?
No, like your mouse, your mouse. Move the mouse down to your screen that you're looking at and click
There
it.
it goes.
Yay. Patty, I love you.
I love you too.
Have a good day.
You too. Feel better.
I'm gonna try. Girl, I'm dying.
I know. Bye.
He's texting me. Yeah. West Lancaster. Yeah. So he asked me, did I want to do? I said, we did that already. I told him. Hi. Good morning. How are you? Good.
I'm Adriana Salcedo from Farmers Insurance.
Hi.
This is Mariela.
Nice.
We spot you the goodies back there, so please feel free to whatever you need. We're here for all your needs, okay?
Okay, great. Thank you very much. You said Maria? Maria.
Adriana.
What?
Yes.
Oh, okay. Nice.
I got my San Francisco coffee. Hi,
Good
good morning.
morning. Yeah, okay, he just came in and we were talking about it. So, yeah, I'll check, because he should have, sent it to me and then we can go ahead and start looking at the flyers. That's how are you?
Wonderful, how are you ladies doing?
I'm Adriana.
Justin, nice to meet
Justin,
you.
nice to meet
I
you.
do all the video photography for the social media. But I can also help you.
Oh, right. Yeah,
I
absolutely.
film for all people.
Beautiful. So here's our business card,
Awesome, thank you.
and then here's a pen. The owner, you know what's come to her.
Pleasure. Nice to meet you. I do.
Yeah, I got the check out on it's beautiful, but I never know.
Oh, okay.
I think,
Oh, so I'm in pen. I got a million of them. Thank you, yeah.
Nice to meet you.
Awesome, thank you. And the farmers. Stacy.
I'm Adriana.
Nice to meet you, Adriana.
Nice to meet you.
Hi.
I don't know.
Nice to meet you.
Yeah, I mean, I do all kinds of stuff.
There's some good stuff back there. There you go. Right
I have
here.
all sorts of colors, or pictures for you, you're looking for it.
Yes, ma'am. I sure am. How many do we have in Zoom? It's Monday, so hopefully they go. Friday was a good class.
Sounds good. I get it.
I have live and Zoom.
Did yours have 20 of them now? Yeah, I'm trying. I'm trying. Like I'm trying to get out there with all the moms. Yes. She wants to sell her house. Oh. No way. I tell myself that. I tell them, I want to enjoy it. Right now, since like the start, it's a lot. But I remind myself, it's gonna go up, and I don't want to be looking back and saying, oh, I missed it. That's why right now, like I'm not gonna be focused on how I have to get there. If there's school, that's when I'm like, oh, right.
Oh, there's changing something.
Good morning, Ignite.
Good morning.
How are we all doing? I know it's Monday. Are we ready?
Yes.
Well, for Zoom that didn't get to make it to in-person class, y'all missed out on some coffee. So I want to introduce Mariela from Farmers. She sponsored our coffee and pastries this morning to wake you guys up. Thank you. You want to say, introduce yourself? Sure. So they can see, or like right here, I think. Awesome. And then here's your mic.
All right, thank you. Good morning, everyone. Good morning. My name is Mariela Rubio. I am an insurance agent. I'm a pharmacy insurance agent. I have been in the Antelope Valley for the last 19 years. We specialize in auto, home, commercial insurance as well. We are here to help you out. How do we help you out? How do we stand aside from everyone else? We are actually here to help your clients secure an insurance policy for the transaction, right? For their home that they're in the process of buying. Please reach out to us. We're able to give you guys a quote. Let's say the client looks at a house and says, I wonder how much this house insurance would be. Give us a call. We're just a phone call away. We'll be happy to provide insurance proposals. We'll have different options. So Farmers is our first insurance company. They have the first right of refusal, so we go to Farmers first. But if farmers will not, is not a qualified fit for farmers, we do have excellent choices like Bamboo, Aegis, 180, California Fair Plan. So we're here to inform us as well. So we are here to find the best product for the client, for the right insurance, for the right price. And we hold our client's hand. We educate them on what's happening in the insurance industry. Sometimes that could lead to frustration, and we totally understand that. But we're here to help them. We're here to tell them, hey, you know what? Right now, because of where the house is located, the only options available are this and this. So we review it with the client, we educate them, and we know that buying a house is a huge investment. And so we just want to make sure that they're properly covered, that they're happy with the service that we provide, and in that way, we also represent you as well. So give us a call. We're just a phone call away, and I really do. I'm honored to be here today and speak to you all. And please enjoy the coffee and the pastries. We are located in the west side of Palmdale, right off the freeway on Palmdale Boulevard and 5th Street West. We have a full team ready to work for you guys, okay? Thank you so much for your time. Thank you.
Thank you.
Oh, yes, of course. That is a really that is an excellent question. Yes. So basically, what we have is we are still writing insurance in California. I know there's carriers that have bailed out, they're no longer writing home insurance. So farmers is still writing, right? And one of the most beautiful things also about being working with us is that we have different carriers, right? So if farmer says no to that location based on where the home, but if farmer says no to the home based on the location, we have options for you guys. So I have seen transactions fall out of escrow because insurance is very challenging at the moment. So that's what we do. We analyze what's out there. We have several carriers that we work with. And so our priority is to make sure that your client is happy so they don't come to you and complain. So they're happy as well. Less phone calls you get from the client. And so we are still writing in California. We do home insurance. There's areas that are more challenging than others. I'm not going to lie, right? There's zip codes that are challenging, but for those challenging zip codes, we have options. But we're still writing. Yes. Wow. Well, perfect. So that's a great question as well. So it all depends on the location of the home, right? So size of the home, location is important. That's why our job is to make sure that we are able to bundle, right? We're offering every single discount available. So if you're a realtor, for example, we give you a discount of up to 18% on your home and auto insurance. We're going to also evaluate your reconstruction costs to make sure you have the adequate coverage. So it all depends on the location, I would say. But like I said, if farmers is not a fit, we do have other carriers that might be a little bit more affordable. There is products that we are writing also through Foremost as well. So um, we have all the companies that we can think of to write your home insurance. So yes. Yes, that is fantastic question. We do have something called Farmers Friendly Review, where we sit down with our clients once a year to address changes because they might have added square footage, right? Or if they might have done remodeling in their house. So we update those. So we have a Farmers Friendly Review where we address the reconstruction costs to make sure they have adequate coverage. any lifestyle changes, any square footage. And so and also we touch base on another, on discounts again. Have you gotten your license, your real estate license that gives you a discount? Have you got let's say you have a vehicle now that you want to quote, we can give you a discount on your auto and with auto home discount. So, and let me tell you something, I do have quite a few clients that their house burned in Altadena. Those clients have driven from Altadena to Palmdale. And so they're very happy. They're very, very happy. We have been one of the insurance companies that have paid out the fastest.
I was just gonna use an example. It's true, you guys. They were the number one. So these insurance I'll let you finish. The huge tornado hit Oklahoma. I was in it. Literally, tornado runs, and the beautiful weather follows behind the tornado. And literally, people are waiting for the tornado to pass. Insurance companies and farmer, and they all line up with all their emergency things and for people to walk up to the window. And the insurance companies race to hand over the check for entire payment for someone's home. Farmers won. Farmers always won. These people compete, and because it also makes you look good, but it's a real thing. They actually, believe it or not, insurance companies will compete because they can say that they helped for this. But yeah, it's a real thing.
And you know
It
what?
matters.
I was very honored to be there as well, writing checks and helping the claim victims. And it's amazing what Farmers does, and it's not, one thing is buying your insurance, and then a complete different scenario is when you have to use it in a catastrophe like this. So we went above and beyond. I was there weekends also helping out victims, and you can see how devastating that was, but I can tell you that moment made me proud more than ever, because I was representing a company that not only charged you insurance, but then also paid and responded when it needed to, Yeah, so I experienced that, and I can tell you it was life changing to see these people coming with no hopes, thinking, okay, we're not going to get paid because I heard from this other carrier, I heard from my neighbor that has a different insurance company, and they're not going to get paid enough, So they come in with very low expectations, and then they leave thinking, oh wow, I'm really well taken care of, So it's a great feeling to have, and that's why I've been with Farmers for 19 years. I could not be representing a company that doesn't respond, because I could not be in the middle of that. So I love Farmers, and I love what it does, and they deliver what they promise,
Just really quick, I don't mean to interrupt you, but I did want to just state this quickly as real estate agents. Your job is to help your clients and not only sell them a property, but you want them to say, oh my gosh, that real estate agent is so amazing. They thought 5 moves ahead. Any successful business person always thinks 5 moves ahead, right? And so, for example, you're dealing with your client. You got to think 5 moves ahead for that client. Hey, if this happens, if that happens, there's a saying that says, believe the best, but prepare for the worst, right? If you fail to plan, you plan to fail, right? And so it's good to talk to your clients and be like, hey, make sure you get the proper coverage for your property, but it's so expensive. It's better. I say this all the time. We don't sell insurance, we sell peace of mind. Yes. And so we have to give that to our customers. And so please, when you're dealing with customers, you're selling a home, call us in so we can sit and talk to them. Do you know how amazing you guys are going to be? This agent does care about me right now and my future.
Yes.
Right? And so that's all. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for the opportunity and for your time. Thank you.
So much. And pass on her cards. If you guys have any other cards, you guys can leave them back there. Because I think I have one left. Okay. Thank you, ladies. And Starbucks is provided again from Farmers, so you guys are more than welcome to go back there, get some coffee, and go from there. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, you can stick around si quieres. Ah, vaya. I'm just saying you're not obligated to stay through buyers and sellers si quieres. Okay, sounds good. All right, no pressure. All right, guys. So session 13, almost done with Ignite. Any questions? How are you guys feeling with the classes so far? Yeah? Are we learning? Good. Good. You know what I've learned is that every Ignite session, it may have some of the same basics, but it's delivered differently, and then in depending when it's given, it's also depending on the market how you can utilize it. So it's never like a dull moment when it comes to Ignite classes. But okay, let's get started. We're in lead follow up. So we are going to discuss over how every lead is absorbed. Oh, my bad. Sorry about that. Follow up with your leads and strengthen those relationships, and qualifying potential buyers and sellers is where we're at now. Sorry. Qualifying potential buyers and sellers. So for all those fun facts, your broker is also an NMLS licensed. So I am able to broker mortgage companies, but I choose not to because I love you guys. So I just decided to stick with real estate. But I do carry that license. So qualifying potential buyers and sellers is it's my thing. We are oops. Here we go. This will be our timeline: classifying ready and able clients, finding the motivation, and getting them started. Who can read my quote?
Number one job as a real estate agent is to find ways to get into the path of motivated buyers and sellers.
Yes. We will discuss on finding their motivation. This thing is so sensitive. Hold on. Let me go in order. There we go. Misunderstandings. What myth do you hold about finding buyers and sellers? Anyone?
There are quite a few out there. We just have to go out and get them.
What is a myth?
The myth is that there's none. I mean, some people, say, well, the way that the economy is going.
The economy is
the
one.
answers that I get if I go knock and say, no,
Nobody answers the door,
the door.
or nobody wants to come to open houses, which they do, or the house never sells because of open houses. What's another myth? Zoom. Can you give me an example? What's another myth about finding
There's not
buyers?
enough qualifying buyers.
There's not a lot of qualifying buyers. Right. So how buyers found their agent, these are the stats. 47% of all buyers find their agent through friends, neighbors, relatives, friends and family, which would be considered your sphere. Who is connected to you? 13% used an agent previously, 7% inquired through online, 7% websites, 5% open houses, 5% referrals, and then visited open houses. First time buyers are the main source is referrals. And then it gives you the breakdown. Repeat buyers, referrals. They don't, bless you, they don't always go back. Now, how many of you have really, as new agents, have hit your sphere, who you're close to, who you're connected to? Because
Yes.
some people say, I don't want them to know. I don't want them, I don't know. I heard this once. I don't want them to know. And I'm like, you're not a secret agent. You have to tell everybody and their mother that you're in real estate. Everybody, everywhere you go. The dentist, oh, I do real estate. Or, the grocery. And so some agents use the tactic of using their badge. That's your walking billboard. Everywhere you go, the first thing that has to come out of you is real estate. And a lot of it comes from referrals. Now, there's a lot of seasoned agents that they retired just changing their database and making it into a referral network where you can later, that's how valuable your database can be. That when you retire, you can sell it to someone because the referral program, how they have it set up, is so valuable. It's been, I would say, finessed through the years because with referrals comes what? Follow up, staying connected to them. How are you staying connected to them? Every month or every quarter, have a thing of value. But we'll get to that. But now referrals is one of the big ones for buyers of where they find their agent. I think it's a mix now with social media, because if they see an agent that's doing a little dance and they're like, "Oh, I like the house," and you do a couple jumping jacks, I think the newer generation is attracted to more social media. But at the end of the day, we're human. We need that person to person And what do we do when we go, shop or we go to a restaurant? What's the first thing that most people do? Look at the reviews. That's the referrals. What do they think? Right? Sellers. Kind of the high points still. Sellers found, oh, wait. Yeah, how sellers found their agent. First time sellers, this one was changed. Sellers and repeat sellers through a referral program. Um, some, these numbers are important. Agents they used previously in the transaction. So keep in touch with your sellers. Wherever they go, follow because then they'll need you later. So don't disconnect it. You sell the house and then that's it. Now, command, who has been familiarized with command? Who's been using Mondo's classes? Perfect. One soul, I was to say. My goodness. Mondo's a magician when it comes to command. And command is a very powerful tool. And what I love about Keller Williams is that they established that CRM for you guys. Because most agents, when they become real estate realtors, they don't know that you need a CRM. How are you going to keep track? Now, Gary Keller, way back when, 30 plus years, he literally had I guess, Rolodex. He would have them in a. I know what a Rolodex is. My mama had one. But I mean, he had his database in a box. He had those flashcards,
Index cards.
and
Yeah.
he would have them in a box. So, you still have they make Rolodex still? Well, now this is your new and improved 21st century Rolodex. Command helps you keep track, keeps your contacts, and you can also classify them there. What are your A's? What are your B's? What are your C clients? And which ones you need to focus on. So the art of this segment of qualifying your potential buyers and sellers is that not every lead you get is going to be a hot lead. There's leads that I connected to them, like I set them up in a plan, or I got their information, and they didn't sell until 2 years later. But when they did, they were ready. They came to me. They remembered me. So classifying them is important because you don't want to focus too much on the wrong ones. Some are just need to be, just not some warm, some hot, and some you're just gonna stay in the corner for now. But command is a very powerful platform and tool for you guys to put all of your buyers, all of your clients on there and set up a program for them. And also, what I also like about them is there's one task where you can monitor, like let's say anniversaries. If you can't keep up with that, there's different agents that I guess depending on the client. Some will trigger birthdays, some will trigger the kids' birthdays, some will trigger anniversaries, like wedding anniversaries, or home anniversary. Send them a card. Hey, it's your anniversary. They even forgot probably when they bought the house, but they
Mhm.
remember because of you, right?
Yes.
Any aha so far?
Stay connected.
Stay connected. Zoom. Any ha so far?
Not many are using the command.
That's true. Don't lose sight of that. I would encourage you after this class, go back and see, and every single lead that you get, plug them in. Plug them in. I had the tendency. I'll confess. I had a tendency of just writing them down, and I'm like, I'll put them in the system. I'll put them in the system, and then you forget. Then luckily they'll call me, and I'm like, oh yeah, huh? I was supposed to call you. I was supposed to send you something. They're like, when did I get it? Maybe check your spam. I'll resend it. But you see what I mean? Like this system will keep track. It's gonna make you successful too. Is keeping track of your numbers. How many did I talk to this week, and how many I'm working on? It's a numbers game, but knowing the motivation also, right? Classifying by able and ready and willing clients. Lucero, read this quote. Yes, I like Gary Keller. Able, ready, and willing come from curiosity. So when they're determining if they are, if you, when we are determining if the buyer or the client is able, ready, and willing of their potential, what we emphasize comes from curiosity. Why? Why are they here? Why are they talking to me, right? So let's um, when a buyer comes to an open house, why are they there? That is your opportunity to shine and find out why are they here. Or when a seller says, "Well, I'm thinking about it," okay, spark their interest, right? Motivate them on what it is, their curiosity. They want to know how much their, typically sellers want to know how much their house is worth. And trigger that, attack that, focus on what it is that their motivation is to build it. Because sometimes I've converted sellers that they're like, "Well, we were not really thinking about it. I was just curious." Okay, but when they see the numbers, and money talks. When they see the numbers, they see how much they can net. They can see what they can get. If they're, "Oh, we didn't even think of that." Our jobs is to facilitate that with them. So pique their curiosity. Well, let me tell you how we can make this happen, right? Uh, with buyers and sellers, classifying your opportunities. So your first 14 days, able, ready, and willing to do business in 0 to 14 days. You classify your A's, your B's, and your C's. B's, 15 to 60 days. Maybe we have to pre-qualify them. Maybe they're not polished yet. Maybe they still need some motivation, and maybe they're scared. Mainly buyers are scared. Buyers, I love buyers because they're a challenge, because I need to convince them exactly, one, why to use me, and two, why is a good time to buy. How I said in one of the classes, whenever they say, "What should I buy?" I don't know. Should you? Are you ready? Do we have the credit score? Do we have the down payment? Are you ready? Because the market could be booming and everybody's shopping, but maybe you're not ready, right?
I used
Um,
your line.
hmm?
I used your line last week.
Did you?
Yeah.
Did it work?
Well, yeah. I mean, I got the contact, and unfortunately, my link is broken, so I can't send my KW link out.
Okay,
So I gotta fix that.
but you got the
I got
contact,
the contact. Cool.
and now that it sparks also like a curiosity. So I'm like, I don't know, can I? Well, let me look at my numbers then, because they don't realize what they need too.
Well, the
That's our
first thing I have to tell them is like, listen, I'm an owner now, and I didn't think I would qualify, and unfortunately, I waited way too long when it was far easier than I anticipated.
How many of you are homeowners or have bought a home before? So all of you. And what did the agent do to spark your motivation to buy or sell?
Not much in my case.
She what?
Not much in her case.
Oh, she did not much.
Same here.
Okay.
I knew it was just a matter of finding an agent to.
Mm-hmm.
So some of you just needed an agent that would help you.
I knew you
Yes.
had to check with a lender first. I knew it has to qualify.
When I bought my house in Tehachapi, there was an agent that knew I was renting. My girlfriend's husband, I wasn't even an agent then. And when he saw a house come up, he knew it was just right for me and called me. So it's good to have somebody who knows what you want and is going to be watching out for you. You know what I mean?
Right. Anybody else? I'm curious what agents helped you guys. What source of help did you guys get?
I have a family friend who linked me with the lender who's been great. I love hiring my lender that's in Vegas, and I just call him, you know, raise with him just for fun. Sometimes just talk to him. But I like that guy because he'll put me on game, and we
So
like.
you're the lender's the one who convinced you to buy?
Well, he told me what to do in order to qualify. He told me just like little tricks and stuff, and then my agent, I bought my condo without even looking at it. Like I had
Wow.
gone back and
So
forth
you
with
were
agents.
that A kind of buyer.
Well, I told Tony she's a family friend, and I was like, listen, I'm sick and tired of driving back and forth to Vegas and all this, and I don't, you know what I want, and just find me what I want, and then she's found one that fit everything in the criteria, and I was like, all right, put an offer in,
Nice.
and it worked out.
Nice. So some of you were kind of like ready to go. So you were a buyer. B buyers, you gotta, they're not quite ready, but you can send them maybe like on Flex MLS, you can send them properties to motivate them. Maybe they weren't really thinking about it, but now they really are. So keep them interested, engaging them, sending them something of value to get them to go. And your C's are kind of like they're not ready. So them, you can implement the session 12, the 36 touches to get them ready. The point is to stay in their face and to stay in contact with them.
When I bought mine, my first one, I just didn't know anybody. So I went to an office and I told him that I was looking for a house because I was moving into the valley and in Santa Clarita. This guy didn't even ask me what I'd like to see. And the first thing he did was to take me to a mobile home park. And
so you guys never had the follow up. So see, the fact that you guys have bought can also help you do things differently for your consumers or what you needed. This is what I needed at the time to be able to finesse. So yours, he just assumed you needed to be in a mobile home, Clara. I'm sorry.
He took me to the worst one in the mobile park.
Wow.
He really needed to sell that one.
He didn't even ask me. He didn't even ask me what I was looking for and particular whatever. And he just took me there and I said no. So I was lucky that where I was working, someone had
Did you get a different agent?
was an agent.
Did you get a different agent?
Of course.
She's like, I fired him so quick.
I got a house just like that.
Wow.
Best time. That was a long time ago. But
Now, in your case, you see why buyer consultations are important
Yes. Mm.
to get to know them. Yes, we understand the common denominators that they want to buy. Cool. But what do they need? So buyer consultations now I've noticed over time that they get more and more detailed, but it also sets the tone and lets the buyer feel that they're being heard. Instead of your case that you're like, I'm gonna give you what I think you need. But he said that's not what I want.
he didn't even ask me what I could afford. I mean,
That was that's actually odd. Yeah, that's actually a huge mistake because he could have been showing you properties and then we're like, well, wait a minute, what do you qualify for? So he was doing everything backwards. Wow. So for an A buyer, what kind of questions would you ask for a buyer that's 0 to 14 days in or 0 to 14 days ready?
Have you been pre-qualified?
So pre-qualification is a good one. Pre-qualification is good for all three. But what will spark the A buyer to like, let me close him and put him in contract now?
How soon do you
Do you have something to sell?
Do you have something to sell? That's a good one.
and find out exactly the motivation is probably already there because you already know that it's within 14 days. But what do they need and what do they want?
Need and want quickly. And of course, qualification is all on the boards, but where this current status is. Also, are they leasing? Or like she said, are they needing to buy? I mean, are they needing to sell something? What does a B buyer look like?
Been looking. They've already been looking, possibly.
Okay. But what classifies a B buyer as a B?
The credit score might not be at par.
They're not quite ready, the credit. Or down payment. You need to save some more. Tax time is coming, y'all, so better tell them.
They might be planning, might just need an extra time to plan ahead. They might be relocating at a time, family.
Relocation.
Doing
Mm-hmm.
some research like in the next of their, especially when folks really know they're going to relocate, like PCS, like a military family.
Yeah, military is popular for that.
Yeah.
Okay, and what does a C buyer look like?
Major credit issues.
They have not talked to a lender.
And they're not sure.
They're not sure. They need money. Credit still shot.
They might still be stuck in a lease.
They're still stuck in a lease. That's one of my main questions. Is that I ask the buyer, "Are you on a lease? We're renting. Yes. Okay. Are you on a lease? When does that expire? Are you month to month, or you still got 6 or a year to go?" can you get out of it or can you sublease it? So they have no excuse because that's one of the buyer's excuses. Number one is like, well, I'm gonna lease. Okay, well, and when I start going off, they're like, well, I didn't think about all that. I'm like, yes, we can get you out of that lease and into a home. Let me show you how. And you take it from there. Classification. That way you don't waste time. Classification is very important on noting where the status is, and then you know which ones to finesse, which ones to really focus on. Because you could have a C buyer that wants to buy $1 million home, but the one here for 500,000 is ready to go. You see? Any ahas?
Figure out the motivation, prod the motivation, inspire them to
You need to be like, yes, classify them properly. So why do we qualify? It needs to be a win-win, right? Why is qualification very important, guys? Some of it is common sense, but common sense is not that common. So
Yep.
why do we
I don't
qualify?
want
Now, what if they say they're cash?
not to waste your own time.
proof of funds.
Proof of funds. And valid funds, not a letter of promising funds. I've seen a lot. And even then, that's kind of like iffy about it. But oh, I always tell them you can always go to your bank and get a printout
Statement.
or
Yep.
like a statement of the front page. I just need something with your name and the amount. Screenshots are iffy because it doesn't say their name, so we don't really know. So I always tell them, you know
Hmm.
what, we can't use that. But online now or on their phone, they can get their statement. Yeah. So there's no excuse nowadays. But when they do give you excuses, then you know that something's up. So in this section, we get started in winning. It's a win-win of qualifications for potential clients. We provide them with the right value and the right time to win because we get to focus our attention in helping our clients who are ready and able to sell. So based on what we've covered in the previous sessions um, about your database, what might some additional advantage of qualifying leads and contacts? What are the additional advantages do you guys see?
You know, it won't waste time
Wasting time.
for both, for the agent and the.
I mean, you know what they qualify for, so you know what to show them.
Also, they know also the client what they need. So if they say, well, a lot of people still have the misconception that they need 20% down to buy a house. You can tell them, no, you only need 3.5. I can qualify you for that. That way they're like, oh, okay, so now they also know. A lot of clients or potential consumers don't understand the process. I've learned that where I'm assuming everybody knows, and that's my problem of assuming that everybody knows the drill, everybody knows they need to be qualified, and there's a lot of people that still don't know. And even if they do, it's okay to reiterate, okay, this is the process and this is what we need. We need to get you pre-qualified, but also too, it gives you an opportunity to give them options that, oh, you don't just need this program. Everyone still thinks, oh, you need 5% down or 20% down because of their sphere probably told them, well, I put 20% down and maybe that's how it is. But qualifying them also lets them know, like, no, you only need 3.5. Or guess what? There's a new program like CalHAPA. You can get a grant. We can do this. We can do this. There's so many options now for a buyer that is also no excuse on your end that, oh, they need the 3.5%. If you're connected to right lenders also, they will also give you options. Like we can do this. There's a silent second. I'm also a notary and I did a loan doc. It was 3 different loans. There was one main loan and then there was 2 smaller ones and they were silent. And the caveat on that was that they had to remain in the property for 5 years, and then those two would fall off. They would forgive them. So, also who you're connected to and the type of financing that they can also offer you, especially in this area, for your first-time buyers as well. Did you have a question? I'm sorry.
As far as like, okay, so that's saying you're purchasing it for yourself, but what about like for an investment property? Like, say you wanna, how does that work as far as the, I guess the down payment on that? Is that still has to be 20?
For which?
Like an investment property, like say you wanted to rent it
So
out.
investments, they again, it depends on the type of program. There's I think it's called RDCR loans, yeah, where yes, they require 20%, but they don't require bank statements or they don't require anything, just the income of the property, right? There's some that only require 5% or 10%. So it depends. It depends also how much is in that other in their other previous investments. But typically, or if they're going to do second home, but typically when it's an investment home and they already have a loan, they want them to have more like skin in the game because a tenant's going to deteriorate the property. So they figure, okay, they invest enough where they are going to protect that investment property, even though it's a tenant that's going to be in it, and the rates are higher. Yeah. Oh.
It also helps to know what kind of loan it is because I'm getting hit with this problem too, affordability wise. A lot of people want manufactured homes, and then they might qualify for dollar value. They don't realize that a manufactured home might be in a parking in a park where you're paying space rent.
Right.
And then there's some manufactured homes that are actually on land, which is great.
Now the difference between those two.
Or an FHA loan, it has to be proven that it's on public foundation.
Between those two, yes.
Out of a flood zone. So there's more restrictions depending on because I'm have a VA recipient right now. He didn't qualify for it, but I might have to conventional.
With those, we know, if not single, it's not a standard single family home. But even if it is it's okay. If you need to step out, it's okay.
No.
Even if it's on a, let's say, acre, it does not mean that it's on a permanent foundation. It could be on a raised foundation and therefore it will not qualify. It does change it now because in a mobile home, it's considered a personal property. In a solid foundation, it's now real property. So if it's affixed to the land, but keep in mind, then don't assume that just because it's out there in a rural area on 1 or 2 acres, that it's going to be affixed to the land. So how do you find out?
Call Kern County.
Prelim. Prelim is the easiest way to find out. Call your title company or your title officer and ask them, do you have this certificate? Is it certified? Is it stated on their prelim, the certification? That is a recorded document that the property is affixed because the lender's going to need it. FHA will finance it. But be sure that it is, because even if it's on a raised foundation, does not mean that it is affixed to the land.
So that's
but
what
yes.
Manufactured
Manufactured and mobile homes. Now, for if they want a mobile home, I let them know up front because you know that it's considered real property. The financing is different. The rates are a lot bigger because it's a smaller loan that most banks will not finance. So you cannot get a regular lender for that. You cannot walk into Chase and get that. So you let them know it's a different type of process, and also it takes park authorization or approval, and also you have to qualify for the loan and for the space rent. And now space rents. So in OC, there's a space rent of the most I saw was 2,700. Yes, it's expensive. So space rents, they also have, it adds up. People think that, oh, it's going to be cheaper because I'm in a mobile home. Okay, but what's the space rent? Because it's like an association.
Yeah.
It's like how they have it in Santa Clarita. Those houses that are like, I think like 400.
Now
but then
that's a land lease. That it's kind of like a mobile home, but they're not in a park. It's the land that's leased. So I think it's leased for like, I don't know, 90, no, it's like 99 years or something like that. It's crazy. And so you'll never own the land, but it's separate. So there is no like park approval or anything, but the houses are a lot cheaper because you don't own the land.
Would that still have like an HOA attached to that on top of that?
There's some, it depends. I've seen it more on condos in Orange County that they had the association plus the land lease, but the unit was only like 200 or 300,000. Also, when there's co-ops, so be mindful of co-ops. Co-op, you're just kind of like a shareholder in the property. You do not own the property. So when you see like a condo that's like 150,000 in this market, most likely it's a co-op. So you and other shareholders own the property. Okay, moving on. Buyer lead sheet. How many of you have a lead sheet that you break down when you're talking to a client? And how is it useful for you? Is what I'm sorry? Understanding the leads. So in your lead sheet, this is a sample of it, having the contact information, but also your pre-qualification questions what to ask so that you also don't miss anything. And then, are they renting? Are they owning? Do you need the cash? So this lead sheet, very important to classify your A, B's, and C's of where the timeline is and if they're ready and able to go. Now, let me see if I have a lead sheet so we can role play. Okay. You want to who wants to interview me? I'm the buyer. Okay.
Are we in person or on the phone?
Does it matter nowadays? Right? We do Zoom calls now. Like, come on. Right? That's an excuse right there.
Hey, Wendy, how are you today?
Good. How are you?
I'm fantastic. So you're interested in buying, correct?
I'm thinking about it.
Okay. And what's important to you about it? About owning a home?
I don't know if I want to keep renting.
Okay, so I think what you're trying to say is you don't want to keep paying someone else's mortgage. Start investing in your
You've
own
been using
future.
scripts. I like how you're reiterating what I'm saying. Yes. I'm like, he's repeating what I just said.
Yeah. I've been using this at work.
Good, good. No, it works.
Mm-hmm. And how much is the property that you're looking, or what have you talked to a lender? You know what you can afford?
I haven't. I just think that probably rents now are just as much as a mortgage. So, but I don't know how much they're worth. I don't know what price range I qualify for.
Yeah, you're probably right. I mean, they're probably close to about the same price. All right. Has an agent taken you out to show you any properties?
No, this is my first open house.
Okay, perfect. Is there anybody else buying the home with you?
No, Jesus hasn't sent them yet.
Okay. Don't worry, he's coming. And so, okay, so it'll just be you living in the home?
Yes.
Okay, perfect. Okay, so you have any that line to this one. Okay, that's how I go.
No, you got the next page.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
So you figured out that I'm renting.
Yeah. Oh, nice. I already jumped ahead. Huh? And are you going to be paying cash, or are you going to need some financing?
I'll need some financing.
Perfect. Okay, I can connect you with a lender and then get you started. And we don't know the price yet. Nope. On a scale of 1 to 10, 10 meaning you must buy a home as quickly as possible, and 1 meaning you are not sure you really buy anything. How would you rate yourself?
Probably a 5.
Okay, and what would it take for you to become a 10?
Well, I guess I need more information.
Okay, perfect. I can provide that for you. And when do you need to be in a new home?
I'm not in a rush, to be honest with you.
Okay.
I'm in month to month, so.
Perfect. So not in a lease. Perfect. Okay. Well, I'd love to help you buy a home. And in order to help you find the perfect home, all we need to do is set an appointment with all the decision makers so I can help you get what you want in the time that you want it. What is a better time for us to meet? Weekdays or weekends?
Weekends.
Okay, morning, afternoon, or evening?
I'm not sure right now. Sundays I can't.
This is Saturday's better for you.
Yeah, Saturdays would work better.
Okay, perfect. So you think Saturday around 10 a.m. or would you like 2 p.m.?
No, I'm not a morning person.
Okay, so does 2 p.m. work for you?
That's lunchtime.
Okay. All right. How about noon?
Nah.
No?
Maybe 4.
4 p.m. works. All right. You want to meet at the Coffee Bean?
Yes. How did you? He got my yes real quick.
I know you're.
He knows. Now that was a freebie though, but you knew my habit. So your checklist should also involve questions on how to pull them. So you have that sheet, that guide, but also make it your own on yours and see what else you can pull to motivate that client. Do they have kids? Do you need to be close to a school? Do you know, are you commuting? Do you work locally? How many bedrooms and bath are you looking at? Do you need something smaller, or do you need something small? Do you need something big? Is it a starter home or an investment? Trigger all those questions to motivate them, because at the same time, you're giving them a reason to like envision. Okay, I need a 4 bedroom, and this is what the 4 bedroom will look like. And if I have kids, it's like, oh, the kids will have their own rooms. And so part of your questionnaire, I would add that in there, is how can I motivate them even more? Besides, okay, we're here to buy a house, and here we're gonna find out how much you qualify for. So have trigger questions that will that will pique their interest even more, to be motivated to get qualified. Because not everybody's so easy, especially first time buyers. They're not so quick to give you their information. But do I have to give you my social? I have to give you my ID number? Like, no, that's personal. So give them enough motivation to be like, you know what, I'm ready to go. Yes, here's my information. They will freely give you everything. So keep that momentum, especially with buyers. You got to they have to fall in love with you. And same with sellers.
I had a lady last time I was talking to. She was definitely afraid to give me her address.
Yeah.
I was like, hey, I can get a value of your home right now. And she's convinced she can get 120,000 for the little mobile home she's in right now. So I was like, you want me to check it out? I had to break into her.
Yeah.
Insecurity.
Yeah.
And but we ended up
Because
connecting.
think about it, even though you're licensed, but I don't trust you. I don't know you.
Well, she had been hurt many times before.
Yeah.
Financially and physically. She doesn't have trust with society at all. But I was able to.
I don't blame her.
Yeah. Be genuinely interested in their life.
Yeah.
And
Be
it helps.
engaged
It really helps.
in their lives. Like, what's going on? Like, are they, what's another one? Are they newlyweds? Like, if you have a young couple, like, oh, okay, what brings you in today? And also, like, find out more about them. Are they newlyweds? Did you just get married? Do they need, how big do they need the home? Or is that, like, right now, a big one is, I need a bedroom downstairs for my mom. So it's a combined family. Or we need to downsize. Oh, okay, so you went from this to this, or we need to upgrade because now we got another kid. So I say that with so much enthusiasm. So finding out those reasons why, because when they're in your, especially in open houses, I do my best to keep and stay connected with as many as I can, because in an open house they're coming to you. There's a reason why, somehow, some way, besides that they want to be looky loos, but there's always a reason why they're there. Something will motivate them to come in, even in the rain.
You told him that you were just looking. So I would have asked, what makes you start looking? And and then from there, I would ask later, what is it that you're looking for? I mean, class, what is it?
Are you here for class?
To be rated
For Ignite? No, this is a Ignite class, but you probably go to next door. Well, that's what I'm saying. These ideas are for you to also, so you can edit your checklist and see what else I can, so that you don't forget, because you don't get nervous when you have them in front of you. You have a guide that can help you also determining what your A, B, and C's are. Because in the beginning, I sounded like a C buyer, where he's like, I don't know if I want to invest, trying to even help her. But as he's talking, like, oh, well, we can pre-qualify you. We can find out how much you need. Maybe you need minimum down payment. There's so many programs out there for first-time buyers. Now you're getting me excited to buy. Now you're getting me excited to really want to pursue this versus just looking because I don't even know if I qualify. Let's see. I think I went ahead of myself. Oh. Okay, we did our buyers. I'm just gonna do this. So communicate with your database. Is that our next one? No, I think I over. What's on the next page? Sellers or database? Sellers, right? I think this thing got a little too. We did the qualification, buyers. Huh, okay. What's telling me to do your touch plans? Touch plans are for touches to breaking down your follow-up. Your follow-up game has to be very strong when it comes to your clients or your leads, whether you're cold calling, whether you're door knocking, and establishing notes on each one of them. But calls, texts, emails, newsletters, Instagram. Now, social media. I will say on this on social media, if you must have two different ones, it's good to have one so that you can have a little bit of your personality in there, not just business, so that they can be like, oh, he likes to hike or he likes soccer and he also selling a house down the street. And so it gives them a little bit more personality. But if you vent on social media, then just get two. You'll have a personal and you'll have a business one, because also too, that's another great way to keep in touch with them. Some of my clients have moved out of state and they still keep in touch with me on social media, and they'll be like, oh, Wendy, I still have a client in Palmdale, or I have my cousin in Palmdale that still wants to buy. So social media is also another great tool that you can use, and then have one annual event. So if you guys didn't if you guys noticed over the holidays, many agents had their annual events for their clients of client appreciation. Jackie and Julie did the Grinch. Ileana also did one. Brandon Illick did another one. The Palaskis team did another one, where you hold one event, whether it's on the holidays or maybe like a summer thing, like summer fun fact, like block party, but at the office or wherever location you guys want. But that also helps you that gather everybody together and do you kind of kill a couple birds with one stone, having everybody all joining together, and a good way to invite also prospects, not just clients that you have in close, but you also your sphere, and they'll be like, oh yeah, she is popular. But the annual events work. They all had great turnouts. 36 ways to convert. So 36 to convert, 4 touches again. Keeping these your touches. So these breakdowns, and you guys have this in your books, right? Okay. Okay.
And can we do such things as like block party events where, like, say we have a huge lot right here, right? And like, I also DJ and do sound, so we can.
You're a DJ too?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, so because I saw the movie screening things too, like I also help set up like screens, like outside projectors and
Yeah.
stuff.
We have you just tell like Mondo or the front desk or like a block date that you need, and then you're more than welcome to block the we used to do that for Red Day too. So yeah.
I also like to participate in someone else's situation, so just to get that out there.
Okay, but yeah, no, you guys are more than this is all open to you guys. This was actually created for you guys to throw, as whatever it is that you guys need and facilitate for you guys. But definitely, the block parties that I said back a couple years ago, they would do what's it called? Not trade shows, but I guess where you have like different type of vendors. So that too, like if clients that have businesses.
I feel like we could do like an auto show, like a
that too
type deal to set up sound, and then everyone start engaging whoever is showing off their gun. Oh, you got a home? Let's talk about it.
Yeah. Whatever it takes to get the whole community together will work. Okay, qualifying sellers.
Sorry, Wendy?
Yes.
Do you need a permit for block parties?
Since it's in our office, I guess it depends on what it is that you're going to be requiring. Then we do need one from the city.
Okay.
But it depends what it is. If you're throwing a whole red batch, then we might have to get permission from the city to get that done. Because, yeah, depends if there's alcohol involved or anything like that. So we don't have none of them. Yeah.
Okay.
Pre-listing questionnaire for your sellers. Right? Who wants to role play for a seller? Clara, I'm your seller.
I'm good. Now, on the phone, we were talking about the fact that you have interest in selling your home. Is that correct?
I'm thinking about it, but I'm
I-
not sure if I want to move.
I see. And what made you start thinking about it? What's your goal?
Because the neighbor next door was moving. So I wonder if he sold his house for that much, I probably can get more.
I see. Okay. So, do you know what they're selling and what the homes are selling in your neighborhood?
No.
And do you know how much he's selling the home for?
Yeah, he's selling his for $799, but mine has a pool, so I'm sure I can get 800.
I see. Okay. So does that tell me that you're interested in finding out what the value of your home is?
Yeah, I would like to know how much it would cost with everything that I put into it, because I put a lot of stuff in it.
I see. Okay. Well, one of the first things that I believe we should do, if you're if you're willing to meet with me, just to go through the values of your home, and then you can make a decision from there, whether you really want to sell or not. But first, let me ask you, where would you like to be moving? If you sold the house, where would you be moving?
Probably close to my sister's.
Ah, I see. So you're thinking about selling your home because, first of all, you know that your neighbor is selling.
Yes.
And they have a very pretty, attractive price. But it sounds like the main thing is that you want to be close to your sister. Is that correct?
I mean, I would move. If I sold, I would probably just move to be closer to her. But she's not the reason why I'm moving now.
I see. Okay. Well, then why don't we do this? If you're willing to meet with me, why don't we sit down and find out first what the value of your home is?
Can you just email it to me?
I beg your pardon?
Can you just email it to me?
There's a lot of information that I have, and it's very difficult to explain over the phone. So there is no obligation. We can sit down and I can go over everything, and particularly the process of selling the home, if you decided to do that. Right now, we just want to find out what the value of your home is.
Right. So if you just need to just throw me a number, couldn't you just send it to me?
I would rather come to you, because there's a lot of other information that you want to have, and I don't know what questions you will have at the time. So I think it would be best if we got together. It's only about 15, 20 minutes. It's not going to take that much.
Oh, okay.
So what's the best time for you, weekday or weekend?
Why can't this weekend?
Okay, well, the following weekend, if you wish, Saturday or Sunday.
So we can do Saturday.
All right, Monday, day or evening or afternoon?
The afternoon will work.
Okay, afternoon for 2 o'clock or 4 o'clock?
2 o'clock.
2 o'clock. Okay, then I'm going to go ahead and send you an email with the appointment time and date. And then I will call you the day before just to make sure that, everything is fine. And actually, I will send some information ahead of time so you can be ready with what we're going to be talking about.
Oh, okay. Oh, that would work.
Okay, well, thank you very much for your
Perfect, Clara. I like that you narrowed it down for me. And that's another thing. We have to help them think. And in your classes, you guys learn that. Like, don't just say, okay, let's meet you Saturday afternoon. What works for you, right? No, but you gave me a time. You helped me think. So you said 2 or 4. Perfect. Pick one. Good job. Now, motivation. Another way, every seller thinks that their house is $1 million, no matter how much they put in it, right? So another thing would be like, well, it would be wise for me to tour the house because you did all these upgrades that are of value, and it would be nice for you to share all the things that you did. So kind of like invites you over also, because everybody wants, just email it to me. Okay, but what I give you is a standard price, and even if you go on your own and look online, it's a standard price. It doesn't include all the potential upgrades that you have, all the upgrades that you have that could be a potential value and increase your numbers. So, good role play. Good job. Pre-listing questionnaire. So how many have gone on listing appointments? And do you send a pre-listing packet? You never did before. So now, you do now? And how different was your success rate without it and with it?
I'm still waiting.
Oh, you're still waiting. Well, you got to do the follow up.
Yes, yes. It's
Follow up.
an expired listing. There's the two that I sent lately. Only one is the one that called me and told me, please don't send me anything.
Oh, she told you to stop. That's what I do.
Yeah,
I keep going until you tell me, stop, please. This is getting weird.
The other one I'm following up because I didn't hear from him.
Uh-huh.
Yes or no. So I'm still following on that one. He's still apparently thinking about it.
Okay.
I'm still following up on it.
Okay. Nice. They did tell me to show you guys the QR code for us if there's any feedback that you guys have, if you guys want to go ahead and do this before I forget, because I kept forgetting. I didn't know that we got rated on this. So if there's anything, any questions or any comments or suggestions, you guys can put it in the review box. Where's your phone?
There it is.
Okay. Moving on. If you guys want to get involved with KW Cares, for next month on February 12th, they're going to have their event, their Valentine's Day event on the 12th. I think it's or during the office meeting. But if you do want to get involved, the mission of KW Cares, we get involved with the community and help with grants and other matters. We do try to show the love across our community and also get our clients also involved. But if you guys want to get involved in that committee, there's your QR code. Well, we have our in-house too, but if you want other information as far as like international, then this will give you more information about KW Cares.
So you said ours is from the 12th?
On the 12th, we're gonna have an event. Yeah, so I'm just giving you guys a heads up. Any ahas so far? Not everybody at once. Okay. Give me one aha.
Returning your database as a reference database.
Okay.
As a referral database.
As a referral.
Sell it.
Referrals. Master it and become a referral agent. I haven't. Huh?
You're not in the drop down.
You gotta add it. Go all the way bottom. It says add a name.
Oh.
Click on that. And
I'm like, how rude.
I know. There's a couple Wendy's in there.
So I'm Wendy with the Q. Yes, your referrals. There's agents that they don't market. They haven't even, like Quijano is one of them. I think Rhonda Arnold is another one. Marvin, that man has not marketed in years.
Wow.
And he had, I don't know how many now, I think it's like 1,000 or so cards that he will handwrite and say, Happy Holidays. He's getting better at it where now they're like pre-printed envelopes. And I'm like, man, you're saving yourself some time because he used to handwrite every single card. Yes, but after a certain time, your hand be hurt. But no, he does do it in sections. But he encouraged me because I saw him bringing like every so bunch to the front desk to get them mailed out. And I'm like, are those your Christmas cards? And he's like, yeah. And he started in December. Yeah. And I felt bad. It was already like the 10th. And I'm like, dang, I got to time block. Yeah. I time block my time and I sent out my Christmas cards. But never fails with him. And that's why his referral network. And then he gets cards back, which is also amazing because his door was covered with cards. And I was like, oh my God, I go, you get cards back. And he's like, yeah, you see like the families that it says, oh, now we're 3. We were family 2 and now we're 3. Thank you, whatever, and happy holidays. So, you start getting involved. You start seeing the kids grow. My mom is helping like the 3rd generation now of kids. Like she saw them when they were super tiny and now they're buying homes. And so that's really good to see that you get to establish that relationship with your clients. So it's not just about the bag. It's also the relationships that you establish with them because it does get personal with them. So doing the best that you can and being that A+ agent for them and showing them that the support and the security of buying a home through you, that will establish your referral network. That's going to keep bringing them back. And then if you have that one, I guess I told you guys last time, one buyer is like a tree that will give you a whole bunch of branches to everybody else who they work with, who they connect with, who their friends are, who they go bowling with. Like it's limitless when you are that valuable asset to their lives. And they also share block parties, birthday parties, Super Bowl parties. Those are also good events to go to besides your standard open houses and cold calling. Like guys, there is so much that's involved in real estate and how you can connect with people. When they invite you to these parties, they're like, oh, this is my realtor. I have one client that I tried to talk, listen, I tried to talk her out of this house, but she wanted a ranch. Like it was stuck in her head that she wanted a ranch. And I was like, okay, so we found one in Santa Clarita. It's 2.5 acres. And the house was like not up to par. And I kind of know like how she is. But she had a vision. And that's why I keep my mouth shut. If this is what you want, cool. Not what I want, but you're living in it. She ended up buying. The house had like 1950s, like that old diner stoves. Like it looked like a diner, like a 1950s diner. It was actually pretty cute. But anyways, the long story short, she had a vision of why she wanted it, and her husband likes to he likes to buy old trucks, like old like car. They're like I'm sorry. They're like vintage trucks and repairs them and then makes them into a whole thing. And then he created slowly but surely he started creating like a fan club about it. And now their ranch, they turn it into a truck show. So every year in March, she throws like a massive party with like bull riding, and then she brings her vendors who come and do like drinks and tacos. And so she throws this into this whole thing, and then she has their club has grown so much that you have guys from San Diego all the way up here that go to this thing, and then they make it like a contest too, like who has the best truck. And it actually becomes a whole thing. So I go to that. Yes. And she's like, this is my realtor. This is my realtor. So everybody knows that I'm her realtor, especially after a couple like shots. She'll be like, that's my realtor. So, and that's like an amazing. I did not envision that, but that's what she had in her head. She goes, I need a ranch. And I'm like, yeah, girl, but you're from the city. Like, she's like, I need a ranch. And now it's like a huge thing. And she also rents her space when they don't have that party. She also rented to movie sets for them to park their cars. Because in that area, you'd be surprised. There's a lot of filming activity that happens there, and they always need a place to park all their cars and then shuttle the actors or whatever. And so she uses it for that too. So it's like a multi-use thing. So the house, yes, now it looks like more like a farmhouse. So she's adding more stuff to it, but she has so much fun with that. So that I go to that every year, especially when it's not super cold. But that's another way to market you guys. And I make it rain with all my business cards when I'm there. I'm like, yes, I am. I made this happen. I'd like to thank me for being me. No, I'm just kidding. Okay. Lead follow-up plan. Follow up, convert, top of the mind, qualifying buyers and sellers is our breakdown. So this concludes our segment. What time is it? Did we end up early? Oh, okay, not too bad. Will we cover the conversion? Any questions about conversion? Any doubts that you guys may have about conversion? Practice. Practice makes perfect, and don't be shy. Just remember, okay, I need them to trust me. What can I ask? And whenever you hit personal questions like family, okay, the first thing when I see a buyer come in or a family, I'm like, oh my gosh, how many do we have? And so they'll see their ages. I'm like, okay, so would it be important to you to be close to a school? Do you have any high school kids? And then I'll go off and be like, okay, well, this particular property is like 2 miles away. And that's too, when you guys do your open houses, be mindful of your area. Even if it's not your listing, but be mindful what's around you. Shopping centers are around you, how far away from the freeway, and schools. Those are the top three things that a buyer always asks. And they want to know, like, how far is it? Do I have to drive far? What's the schools? Like, how close are they? What is closest to me? How far is a high school, a middle school, and in an elementary school. Those are the top 3 things that you like.
You said school shopping, what else?
School shopping and the freeway access. Because we still have the majority commuters. So they want to know, okay, I do want the west side, but I don't want to be too deep. Like I don't want Courts Hill because that's a long 15 minutes just to get to the freeway, right? So be mindful of those things, like how far is it, especially for LA buyers. Have any ahas in regards to like how your thinking has changed, or any new ideas that you find that you can contribute into your follow-up system, or what else we can do to follow up?
Just how to run the conversation. That's one of the big ahas over the couple of weeks where I'm like learning. I'm like, oh, okay, so say this, like repeat it back, show that you're connecting with them.
Connection.
Show you're listening.
Yes. Yes, and I love that you guys are using that, of you are repeating in a sense what it is that I just said, because that shows that you're paying attention. Like, yes, I just said that. But it brings clarity to them, also gets you to create the trust that they can trust you with this humongous purchase. Because let's remember, sometimes you do this so much that we lose sight of the fact that it's thousands, hundreds of thousands of dollars that they are investing. Like they're not buying a bag of chips, right? So getting them to trust you in both sectors, you know, the best interest on the seller, how much money can they get for their property, what is the value in it, give them ideas, strategies. When you do walkthroughs, staging is now a huge thing. Knowing how to stage. The agent that sold in Stevenson's Ranch, the house next door, they removed it off the market, and the seller said, well, we had it on the market and we didn't get any bites, and it was on the market for 90 days, and they gave 90 days. It was only the 90 days contract with their previous agent. So she went in there and told them, okay, if you want this house to sell, you need to pretty much follow my system. She went in there and decluttered the whole house. That lady had, you could not walk in her three car garage. That's how much stuff she had. But she had so much things in the living room and in the kids' room, and so she told her, get rid of all of this, put it in the garage. Nobody really sees the garage like that, but. And then she said, you know, put some pillows here, do some things here, change things here, make it look more open. And she got an offer in 21 days after it went live on the market. Once she went live. So giving your client ideas too. It's not just about the numbers, but give them ideas, help them think. Our value is to show that I'm going to make this the best possible, the quickest, but also top dollar. And so she got what she wanted as far as her net, and she was surprised, and she's like, oh, I didn't realize that I needed to do all of this. So they think my house is fine. What do you mean? I said, no, ma'am. We need to do some touch-ups. We need to do some cleaning. We need to, you know, strip this kitchen. I know that we love to cook, but, you know, there's grease on these cupboards. We should probably get just one day to come out and clean, one lady that can come out and clean. And that's also part of your list of, like, people, or I would say part of your team. Have a solid cleaning lady that can come in here and do a little touch-up to get you prepped. It could be one of your strategies also in your listing agreement or listing presentation, besides just photos and marketing. You know, we can help you stage, we can help you clean, we can help you if you don't have a handyman, I can have someone that can come in and do some touch-up stuff for just to make it look a little bit better. You know, I know that somebody went through this wall, but we need to patch it properly because it looks like there's something else. You see what I mean? So that is one of our jobs too, is to help them think. Selling wise and then buyer wise. Oh, your investment. Now you're not going to be throwing your money away. This could be your first investment. You have it for 2 years, 2 to 3 years, and then you can rent this one and then buy another one. And that's how you build your portfolio. Give them ways to think outside the box. Everybody just thinks, I bought a house and now I have a payment. No, this is a future. You have a future here. And that's how you start recycling. But also, do not be shy. Number one thing that I can give you guys is be confident in your craft. Because if you don't trust you, how are they going to trust you? Any questions? Okay. System of success. We have this in your notes, I believe. 10 conversations, 10 contacts added, 10 handwritten notes. This is a good platform or a good system to use to keep track of your leads. Do not fall short. Do not forget them. Track. It's all about numbers game on your end. How many people are you contacting a week? How many people are you contacting a day? Also set your goals and your numbers. Okay, if I want an escrow, 2 escrows a month, how many people do I need to speak to in order to convert them in order to get 2 sales a month? That makes you 24 sales in a year. That makes you a capper. Also be mindful of your do not call lists. This is a big one. Now, if they voluntarily gave you their information, that does not, but they are on the do not call list, that does not classify for them, not for you not to call them. That's if you do like cold calling or auto dialers or something like that. Be mindful of this because there's people that really make it a business where they just sue people for calling the do not call list. Okay. Can someone read this quote?
I engage every conversation in the spirit of contribution, and people are happy to be in relationship with me.
Yes. It's about relationships. Okay. We did some role playing on conversation for closing a pre-qual conversation, but we could do one more. Do you feel comfortable with the buyers or the seller sector? Or anyone wants a role play on the sellers? What was that?
I said none yet.
Not yet on the sellers?
I mean, on both. I mean, I was kind of freestyle with it just a little bit, but I felt like I did okay. Yeah. Just practice.
Practice makes perfect, and role play with each other. Let me see. Convince me to buy. I know you shy.
Oh, hi, Wendy. How are you?
I'm good. How you doing?
I'm doing great. So you come into open house, right?
Yeah, we can say I came to an open house.
So hi. So what brings you out today looking at the homes?
I was going down to a friend of mine that lives down the street and I saw your sign.
Oh, okay. Are you interested in this area?
Maybe for the right price.
Well, we definitely have some beautiful homes here. What did you think about the home? You just came in. Would you like to see? Would you like for me to go around and show you the homes?
Sure.
So what are you looking for, Wendy?
Probably like a 3-bedroom, 2-bath.
Okay.
I don't need a big house.
Okay. Well, this is a perfect house. It's actually 4 bedrooms.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and it's beautiful closets, and the area is beautiful. We have the school. Highland is over here, and they have a law program. How many children do you have?
No, I don't have any children.
You don't have any children?
I have a cat.
You have a cat?
And then my sister
Well,
has it half of the
good.
time.
Well, let me tell you, your cat will love this neighborhood. So you say you want 3 bedrooms?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And you like this area because you stopped in. It's a quiet neighborhood, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So how soon do you want to buy?
I wasn't really thinking about it. I just was curious how this house looked, but I haven't started
Right.
the process or anything.
Oh, okay then. So your mind is open to buying something in the neighborhood, else you wouldn't have came. So I know you love this neighborhood.
Yeah.
Okay. So you want about 3 bedrooms. You don't have any children.
No.
Let me see what else.
See, got to keep these questions.
Yeah.
Well, also on the flow of the conversation, but keep some of
So,
your key
Wendy,
questions in mind. Yes.
would you So you don't know, do you know how much you want to pay for a home?
I mean, I'm renting right now, so I figure it's
Oh,
like about the
okay.
same.
Well, it could
Is
be
that
about
true?
the
I
same.
heard that it's
Well,
about the
it
same.
could be. It
Okay.
could be. It all depends on the neighborhood, what price that you're considering. Sometimes renting is even more. So
Okay.
it would be good if you would be pre-qualified. Do you know how much you want to pay for your monthly
Well, I don't
payments?
have 20% down, so most likely I probably won't be able to qualify.
Well, no, that's not necessarily so. You know, we have beautiful. Will you be a first-time homeowner?
No, this is my second home, but I
Oh,
bought like
okay.
10 years ago.
Oh, so do you need to sell that house before you buy this one?
No, that was 10 years ago. So I'm renting
Yeah.
now.
Oh, you're renting.
Mhm.
Okay, so you already sold that one. Okay, so but you do
But
you know what price range you
no.
want? Okay, so it would be good if you got pre-qualified so we can specifically horn in on just what you can afford. So would you be willing to come in and talk to me maybe next week? How about would you like the weekday or weekend?
Well, where's your office?
Oh, my office is right over here. You know the mall right here because we're right here in this neighborhood, right up the street, Wendy. It's a beautiful
Okay, so
place.
you're not too far.
No, not too far. Matter of fact, I can, if you like to come in during the week, we can have coffee and really talk about what
Girl,
you
you had me
want.
a coffee. Where did you say your office was again? Perfect.
Okay, so
So
what
you
day?
said to come in.
Yes.
That part. With
Yeah.
buyers, get them to come in. Draw them to come to you, to your office. Because you could say a lot in there, right then and there. And then sometimes they don't. When you walk in, who has a checklist or check-in list for each open house? And how many times do they actually write it down? Write their information down?
All the time.
Okay.
It's like 50-50.
So on a scale of 1 to 10, what is your conversion on actually getting them to put the number down?
Like 50%.
Okay, so you get at least half of the people that come
I
in.
entice them. I have giveaways, and then
Oh,
I have
okay.
them sign in. I have a drawing. Hey, and this is an art form.
Drawings and Starbucks
But
coffee.
yeah, and I
It's
had
always a
coffee.
good one.
I
Yeah.
served coffee nuts this weekend.
Okay.
And that way
So when they
can
don't,
sit and chit chat with me for a little bit
yeah,
before they, because sometimes they just like want to pass you, get
yeah,
it done with, and get out.
yeah.
But I wanted to, yeah.
So when they are hesitant with me and they don't want to, they're like, no, it's okay. I'm just here to look. So I keep like getting more information from them and keep talking to them. And I'm like, okay, so what did you think about the house? And this and that. I'm like, okay, well, I can give you more information. They'll first say no, but then they'll write their name. Okay, fine. And then I'll be like, oh, I missed your I usually follow, I'll re like repeat their email back to them because they'll just do emails. But then I'll say, oh, okay, well, you missed your phone number. So I can call you with an update of this and that, or I can get you this information. So whenever you say information that will be valuable, they'll leave their information. In the beginning, they're probably hesitant because they're like, I don't know her. But once they start talking to you, once they see the value in you, and they're like, okay, she'll give me some more information, great. And then they'll just freely give it to you. Good job, guys. Prepare your conversion lists. We kind of talked about that with your command on setting up what are your A's, B's, and C's. Like I said, even if you have a C buyer or seller that is not ready, they just were curious or whatever, but if you stay in contact, using command is very important. If you want to keep doing like big mail blasts, MailChimp is also another source, another platform you can use aside from that. But cards, send a random thank you card to all of them. Like, oh, it's client appreciation. When is it? I don't know, but I just made it my own. So June, I'll send something in June, for example. You could do also Mother's Day cards, or there's always a reason to stay in contact with them, even though they may not be in the sphere. But the thing is that once they think real estate, they'll think about you. That's the goal. And we did role play on the generations. Oops. Follow up contact. Any questions on follow-ups? Any ideas? I want to hear your ideas on what do you guys use for follow-up?
Just put them in command.
What's in the command?
Put them in command and put either a smart plan.
A smart plan, yes.
For example, if I don't have
An item of value.
A report, a newsletter, or something like that, and it will remind me every day what I need to do.
So you set up your command that gives you tasks on what you need to do for each client.
Right. I put the task in.
Okay.
And put the date when to remind me. So I want to know at least 7 days before that I'm going to have to send, for example, a card or a handwritten note or something. I want to make sure that I remember, because if I do it, if I don't, then
Your command is your CRM. And for my new agents, CRMs are vital. Agents that have been in the business for 30 plus years still use CRMs. They never fall out of that. And have them in ABC order, or they're categorized. I don't know if you guys ever heard of Top Producer. Top Producer has been around for many years, at least like 35 years. And there's agents that still use that platform. But again, not losing sight. Your CRM will make you, because it will keep you it'll keep you on task and organize your database. But the CRM is very vital in your career in keeping track of your clients. Any other questions on CRMs? And you'll also have, you guys don't know how to use command or are not familiar with it, Mondo is always willing and able to help through Zoom classes and teaches you guys in detail how to break down the clients, how to put the tasks in, how to input and follow up.
Is he on the KW calendar? Does he have a regular class?
Yeah, he's on the calendar.
He is. Okay.
I think it's on,
I lost touch with
is it Mondays or Tuesdays? Tuesdays. So on Tuesdays, he holds his class on how to set you up. So for example, if you have any lead gen.
I just I want to follow through more advanced questions. So.
Oh, okay.
It's right after Ignite, right?
I think so. Yeah. So with that, he will set you up. And so when you have, like, let's say you have a lead generator platform, or if some of you guys are Zillow agents, like put those in your CRM and then they'll keep you in the loop.
That's what I was going to ask you, because, my platform,
Yeah.
I want to know at what point my leads are long enough to convert into command.
Well, depending on how much traction.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A bunch of them that I'm doing preliminary work for them.
Yeah.
And I have a few that have BRBC signed with them.
Oh, good.
So at some point, it's really a lot of them are.
Well, once you have them in, your BRBC is your contract with that buyer. So it's just a matter of showing them what they're looking for.
Yeah.
What a C buyer is like those that don't know anything and they don't have the credit. They just need to be finessed for future reference. We don't throw them out, but you do classify them in a way where, okay, I have to keep touching. Oh, are you ready yet? Do you have any questions? How we are with income, how we are, keeping them in the loop. Because some clients, I had one that I met at an open house and he's like, well, I'm going to start saving money and we'll see. I'm like, okay. And then tax time came. We're on tax time. I call everybody. And I was like, oh, so did we get any money back? Like, we can use it towards your down payment, your deposit? No, this boy went to Cancun. I was like, okay. So I'm like, okay, well, then you might not be ready to the next cycle. So you see, he's not ready yet. But he'll be like, but when I'm ready, Wendy, I'll let you know. Like, he already knows that I'm always on top of it. Like, are we ready yet? Are we ready yet? And so he chose Cancun versus the house this year. I'm like, well, that's that. I will follow up with you on the next cycle. But you see what I mean? Having them classification also does not waste your time too. So you know where to put your focus on. But having them on an auto system, on a touch, will grow your database. Any questions? Any other house? Yes.
I have a client that actually, she really needs to move where she's at. I took her to get pre-qualified. The problem is she doesn't have enough money saved. We tried to put her on the CalHAPA program, and unfortunately, because the husband's credit score is a little bit low, I guess.
Okay.
That's what the lender told us.
Okay.
I cannot do it CalHAPA for her.
Okay. So at all, she don't qualify for CalHAPA.
That's what the lender told us.
Okay.
Do you suggest that I move them to another lender?
Well, what did the lender say as far as like, okay, so if the score is low, did the lender give them ideas like, if you pay this off, I can do a rescore? If you do this?
I need to talk to the client.
Okay.
Because I didn't go. I went to the first interview and then it took a little bit because they wanted to confirm the employments and do the verification first before they told us. So eventually the lady told us, oh, this is what they can 24,000, and they only have like 16, I think.
Okay, so then does that cover their down payment at least?
Yeah,
Based on the
they
price range?
qualify for 300.
Okay, so then what is it that she doesn't have enough for closing costs?
No, I don't know really exactly what it is because she told me I need to ask for 3% closing costs, and I need to have the seller pay my agent's buyer's agent fee.
Mm-hmm.
So I know I'm aware of that, but she said they need more money.
Maybe because they need to show reserves. So even though they may cover their down payment money, but the bank wants to see at least 3 months reserves that they can make the payment after they close for at least 3 months. So that's probably why. She doesn't have like a gift or a donor, someone that can.
She doesn't.
Okay.
They talked to the mother-in-law, and she said no.
That mother-in-law does not love her then. I'm bad. I'm like, well, there's a will, there's a way. We can figure this out. Sell a car, something. I would talk to that lender and say, okay, what's this credit score, and what else can we do to help them with the qualifications for Cajafa? Maybe they need like I said, maybe pay off something, get rid of something, and they can get a rescore. Lenders can do that. I have one that's within a week, he can rescore it and bump the score up. How far are we from this goal, pretty much? So pick the lender's brain and see what both of you, what can you guys do to make it work and work out for the buyer. So I wouldn't take them to another lender yet. Find out with him, like, okay, what is the status? What can we do for them? Have you tried this? Can we try that? I always ask my lenders different ways before they give me an ultimate no, of like, what other options does this client have? Do you have any other programs that can help? Like I was saying, there's a grant. There's another program out there that's a grant where they give you $20,000.
Yeah, one of the banks.
Yeah. So, try them but first find out with him, how far are you from the goal with your client? Because if you're not that far, maybe something simple that they can do, and maybe they'll just have to wait like a month or two to get to achieve the goal.
Bank of America had, I don't know if they still have it, but they had the $20,000.
Yeah. Also, First City
Yeah.
or Citibank also had that.
Yeah.
I know that the credit has to be a certain percentage, but yeah,
Yeah,
that would be
because,
one way.
she was down and I'm down.
Yeah.
about it.
No, there's, like I said, where there's a will, there's a way. So find out with your lender, because you two are a team in the transaction. So you two are like the married couple that have to make this work. So find out what other strategies, what other options they have before you have to put her in a different category. Any questions for me?
Where do we find out more about that $20,000 grant?
If you can shoot me an email, I'll send you the two banks. I know Bank of America. I'll find out Bank of America is still doing it, but I know Citibank is doing the 20,000 grant.
Okay, thank you.
Joshua Kazi, yeah, he has it. So I'll send you the information. If you guys ever want to email me or have any questions, you can or concerns. My email address is kwavbroker@gmail. That is my main source. Yes, ma'am. For the mentees, today's contracts for mentees. Yes.
Sorry, what was the
Okay.
name, Wendy?
It's kwavbroker@gmail.
And that's right after this?
At 1.
At 1, okay.
Mm-hmm.
A little break.
All right, guys, this concludes our session 13, and you have your final session tomorrow.
That's it?
Yeah, it's only a month long. We pushed out these dates because of Martin Luther King. I think you only have one more, no?
The last one should be
February 2nd.
Oh, my bad. Scratch that. Do not put that on my review. You do
It's
have
all this
Kevin.
week and Monday, right?
Kevin will be teaching tomorrow. Oh, yes, I do. Yeah, because we lost a day because of Martin Luther King. Yeah. Sorry. My bad. That's what I meant to say. They added an extra one because of that day. All right, guys. Have a great day.
You too.
Thank
See you in a second.
I'll see you in 2 hours. Uh-huh. It's at 1. You want to go to my office real quick? You want to go to my office real quick?
Yeah.
¿Ah? ¿Está qué? No, el otro no está al lado mío.